Welcome to the tutorial of how to install PyCharm. First, you have to go to the browsing center you use. Then you have to type PyCharm. Over here, you have to click download PyCharm. It will ask for professional and community. Is for professional is for both scientific and web Python development with HTML, JS, and SQL support. But in community, we get for pure Python development. So first, we have to download for the community because we are going to learn how to code in PyCharm. Let the download end. Now we have to go to our downloads and check if the downloading is completed. It's showing over here it is completed. Now let's open the file. You will get a pop-up screen like this. Then you have to click continue, next. It will ask us to uninstall the older versions. If you don't have the older versions, you will not get this screen. Then you have to choose the install location. For me, I am going to put in the desktop. Okay, and we are going to click next. Then it will ask us to create a shortcut in desktop. You should give yes. Then you have to give the create associations.py. Then we have to give who are all the accessible, who should we give the accessibility to. Over here there is JetBrains. Install. It will start installing. Over here you could see that it's showing completing PyCharm Community Edition setup. You would have to select the checkbox and give finish. You've got PyCharm installed. Now let's make an code of addition, subtraction and multiplication. Over here we could already see that there's a code by PyCharm. Now let's make another file. To create a new project, you need to click on Files in the menu bar and click on New Project. Over here, it will ask for the location. Over here, it will already be in default. So we could just give create. You are asked to be in a new window or in the current window. We could use this window. to open in the same window, and if we click a new window, we will get a new window. இது வரைக்கும் முன்னாடில இருந்து கட் பண்ணிடணும். You have to click in the library root, new, and Python file. We could give the name hello world. In this file now, first let's create a variable. A is a string over here. Now let's put the equal to sign. Let's make A equal to 12 and B equal to 30. Now we could type parent bracket open and close A plus B. You have to give run. You have to give right click, then run. It will show 25 because 25 is the answer of A plus B. Now let's give another function. Next function is subtraction. Now let's run the code. -1. Now multiplication. For multiplication, we should do shift plus 8, which is asterisk. Now let's run the code. The answer is 156. In variable, there are the 5 types. To insert a command, we have to do shift plus 3. The first type is string. For string, we have to use the double quotes like this, or we could also use a single quote like this. From A to Z are strings. Integers. Integers are 1 to 100 or 1 to infinity. Next in our one is Boolean. This gives an algebraic notation like the variable. It is A equal to 12. We could do 12 minus A plus 9 multiplied by B. Now let's copy this. Control-C. Enter. Let's add print in front. When you're typing print, you have to add the column brackets. Let's give run. The answer is 156 plus 117. Now let's make C equal to 156 and D equal to 117. Print brackets C plus D. Let's give run. We are getting 273. So the answer for this equation is 273. Okay, so let's go into loops. The first kind of loop is if and else. So over here, I will give you a code which you could try out. Let's make a variable. First, h equal to input. Input, if we get input, it would ask us to give the number. And I want to print something when it's asking for input. Double quotes. When we enter inside the double quotes and put print, it would print the string inside it. So let's type enter a alphabet. So over here we could type like we could first put the brackets, then h equal to means it's the same. If the input of h is same to it, then a or if it's a function, the letters turn into orange. So a or h equal to e, then or h equal to I or h equal to o or h equal to u. If anything if the input is equal to a e I o u, then we give the function to print brackets. It's an and vowel. Else, we use the function to print it is an consonant. Why is this not working? Because we forgot to add the brackets and the double quotes. Let's copy this. See, double quotes, then Control V. Now let's make this one a comment. So when we press run, it wouldn't print anything except this. So print is showing an unexpected indent or a syntax error. Let's see what it is. Over here, we will get the error if we did not put the semicolon in the else. Now let's run it. And over here, when you type an alphabet as in string, we have to put the double quotes or the single quotes. Over here, I did not put the double quotes, that's why we got the error. And over here, do not forget to put the semicolon. Now let's run. Let's type the alphabet P. It's a consonant. Let's run again. Now let's type E. It's a vowel. We have successfully made an deductor which deducts if it's a vowel or a consonant. That's it. Thank you.